So, Facebook ads. They can be an amazing way for you to reach new audiences, build up a fan base, and even make money with your music. Or they can be a huge money suck. And for a lot of you, it's the latter. Let's talk about some mistakes you're making. What's up, guys? Brandon here from KDMR Music, the channel making you a more successful musician. Now, we do this every single week with videos teaching you music marketing, music strategies, and talking about just general things going on in the business that other people are ignoring. So if you're interested in that type of content and you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on our videos. Now, if you find this advice helpful at any point in the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. What that does is it tells YouTube that this is good information, and then it shows it to other musicians just like you. So help us grow as we help you. But anyway, what we're here for today is to talk about some of the mistakes that you guys make when running Facebook ads. Now, I talked to you guys about the mistakes that some of you guys make just with online marketing in general, and one of you specifically requested a video about Facebook ads mistakes. So here it is. Now, Facebook ads, if you are watching this video, then I'm sure you know what they are. But basically, Facebook and Instagram, which are owned by the same company, which is Facebook, basically they open up their platform so that you can pay them a little bit of money, and they, in turn, will show your content to audiences or users of their platform. Now, what's really great about Facebook ads and why I think it is the #1 lead generation tool anywhere, especially on the internet, is because they have really, really powerful machine learning. And not only do they have machine learning, but they also have data. They have data like you would not believe how much data that Facebook has about its users, what websites you visit, how long you visit them, what pages you like, what your friends like, what you have in common with people in freaking Singapore, right? Like Facebook knows so much about you that Apple is even cracking down like, hey, let's not give them so much data. But that's another topic. So Facebook is the most comprehensive and the best bang for your buck when it comes to online audience building. But again, Facebook exists to make money. And so if you don't know how to use the ads platform correctly, you can waste a lot of it without achieving your desired result. And so many artists make the mistake of thinking that Facebook ads are some magic button that's going to make them more successful. And because they have that mindset, they fall into a lot of traps and they end up wasting their money, feeling frustrated, and feeling like they got duped. So I wanted to help you avoid some of the mistakes that other artists are making and get more results out of your Facebook ads. If that sounds good, keep watching. All right, so the #1 mistake that people make with Facebook ads is they think it's a magic button. They think it's a magic trick, right? If I turn on this ad, I'll be successful, right? If I turn on this ad, then I'm going to get 1 million views. And if I get 1 million views, I'm going to get $1 million, right? And what they don't realize is that Facebook is just a platform. It's just a tool, right? Screwdrivers are great. Screwdrivers are great, especially if you know what to do with them, right? But sometimes a screwdriver can't do a job that's meant for a drill. It could, but it'd take it a lot longer, right? And that's what Facebook ads is like, right? Facebook ads, when you put it in its proper place, is just one step in a journey to bringing fans from casual listeners or complete strangers all the way up to return customers, right? But a lot of musicians think that Facebook ads are a magic trick that will skip them from strangers to super fans just like that. And it doesn't quite work that way. So what I want you to understand is that yes, Facebook ads are great, but I don't care how many people try to sell you a course for $20, right? They're not going to change your music career unless, unless you are willing to spend a lot of time learning the platform, learning the ins and outs, learning what makes it work well. So if you're willing to put in that work and put in that time and effort, this is the video for you. Keep watching. So the next mistake that musicians make is they don't understand the objectives. So with Facebook ads, there are a lot of different objectives that you can have. I mean, literally hundreds of combinations. There's lead generation, there's awareness campaigns, there's retargeting campaigns, there's brand awareness campaigns, there's video view campaigns, there's web traffic conversions. There's so many different goals that you can set up for the Facebook ads platform to try to achieve for you. And what a lot of people do is they set up an objective or a goal that doesn't quite match the content, and or it doesn't quite match the audience that they're sending it to, right? So I like to tell our musicians that we consult with to follow the fan journey, which is a 5-step framework that I'll actually outline for you in a free training in the description below. 100% free, I promise. But anyway, the fan journey, it has 5 steps, right? You're taking people from strangers to super fans. So, of course, someone who's never heard of you is a complete stranger, right? And then they might have heard you on a playlist, they discover you somewhere, and they become a casual listener. Now that they're a casual listener, they might follow you on social media and stuff like that. Eventually, you'll get them on your email list or your text message marketing list, and then is when I would consider them to be a fan of yours. Now that you have an actual fan, you want to be able to turn that fan into a customer, someone who buys your music, buys your products, buys your tickets and merchandise whenever that becomes available again. And that's great. So now they're customers. Once they're a customer, it's your job to make sure their experience is so great, so phenomenal, that they become a repeat customer and they tell all their friends about you. When they do that, that's when you can consider them a super fan. Your super fans are who are going to spend the most money for you or with you, right? And so a lot of people, subscribe to the 1,000 true fans theory. If you have 1,000 super fans that spend $100 a year on your merchandise and on your experiences, well, now you're making 6 figures. It's easy to get those fans if you know how to use the Facebook ads platform correctly. The problem is most people don't. And so they use objectives that don't quite make sense, right? If someone has never heard of you, if you're running an ad to a cold audience, it does not make sense to run a conversion campaign and try to get a complete stranger to buy your CD or to listen to you on Spotify. They've never heard of you. You're asking too much, right? So the biggest mistake people make, or one of the biggest mistakes, is not understanding the objectives and using the wrong objective with the wrong audience. Now, going right along with using the wrong objective is targeting the wrong audience or not targeting at all. One of the biggest mistakes I've seen people make is using that stupid boost post button. The boost post button, the way you should think about it is Facebook's give me money button, right? Give me money and I'll give you nothing in return. That's how you should think of the boost post button. And if you're not familiar, the boosting a post is when, you might post something on your fan page or on your Instagram, and Facebook will give you a nice little notification that says, oh, this post is doing better than 90% of your other content. You should boost it so more people can see it. Well, that sounds great, right? If it's performing well with a little bit of people, then it should perform well with a lot of people. The problem is Facebook doesn't allow you to do any real targeting. It doesn't allow you to choose the audiences correctly to boost that post to. So you're boosting to complete strangers and people that Facebook is just guessing will like your content. And chances are they're not that good at guessing. So instead of using the boosted post button, I want you to learn how to dive into the Facebook Ads Manager. I want you to learn how to use the Audience Insights tool to figure out which people are most likely to like my music, right? There's a lot of ways to research that. We go over that in our Master Music Marketing training. So if you're interested in that, hit the description. It's there. So yeah, that's another huge mistake, not targeting the right audiences or not targeting audiences at all. And again, right, Facebook can be an amazing lead building machine, right? Facebook can allow you to come up with audiences from scratch, test them out with low cost campaigns like awareness campaigns or reach campaigns or video views campaigns. And whenever people engage with your content on Facebook, you can turn those people who actually interacted with your content into an audience all its own, right? So people who actually love your music and have actually watched your videos and things like that can be a separate Facebook audience, and you can run ads directly to them And what's even more amazing than that is you can turn those people into a lookalike audience, which basically says, hey, Facebook, these 500 people in America like my music. Can you find me a million people that match their profiles that are into similar things? And Facebook will go in and do that. And now you're actually reaching out to people who are most likely to enjoy your music. And so now you're not betting, 10%, you're batting 50% because you're choosing from a better pool. That's the power of the Facebook ads platform, and it's really detailed interest based audience targeting. But a lot of you musicians don't even know it exists. And that's a huge mistake. So please learn something about Facebook audience targeting and audience insights. If you need me to teach you, hit the link in the description. I'm glad to. All right, so another mistake that musicians make, and we actually touched on this a little bit earlier, is not following the fan journey, right? You're asking people for things that they would not commit to that easily, right? You can't go from someone who has never heard of you to, hey, buy my CD, right? And a lot of people, because of the way Facebook ads are marketed online, people tend to think it's a money button, right? If I run this ad, if I spend $5 and somebody's going to spend $10 on me. It just doesn't work that way. Now, the only way to build customers is to build them step by step by step, right? You can't skip from, hey, this guy just pulled up to the car lot to, hey, sold, without asking him what kind of car he wants, what kind of color he wants, what's important to him. Does he want a lot of mileage on it or low mileage? Does he want it brand new? You can't skip all those questions in relationship building and just say, okay, here's a car, right? What if it's not? What if I don't want that car? It's the same thing with your music. And with music, it's even more important because music is an emotional product, right? We can't run ads to our music the way other people run ads to t-shirts that are funny, right? Because we have connections with jokes. A joke can make us laugh quicker than a song can make us feel good, especially if we don't recognize the artist that made the song. You following me? So I want you to understand when you're running your Facebook ads, what step in the fan journey this ad is helping you accomplish. Is it helping you get more strangers to be aware of you? Is it helping you get more people who are already following you and turning them into customers or fans, right? Getting them on your list? Is it helping people who've already purchased from you realize there's more things to purchase and, driving them deeper down the value chain, right? Those are the questions you need to be asking when you're running your Facebook ads. Stop looking at it like a money printer. It's not. Facebook ads are an expense. If you're smart and if you do them the right way, then Facebook ads can be an expense that is profitable, but it's still an expense first. So you got to think about that. And of course, the last mistake that musicians make is not optimizing their Facebook ads. So many people run Facebook ads, they press a button one time and just never go in and check to see what's going on, right? Even if your Facebook ads are profitable, they could probably be more profitable. You could probably go in and use those audiences that you had been using and switch them up a little bit, right? Continue to test new things to see if you can get those ad costs down, if you can get that cost per customer acquisition down. If you can make even more money in your music career, and you can put that towards better production value, better quality, or just better quality of life, right? Maybe you can move out of that 1 bedroom apartment and get yourself a 2 bedroom apartment and use it for a studio, right? There's a lot of things that you can do when you have access to capital, but you're not going to get access to that capital by running Facebook ads unless you are watching your ads manager, watching your campaign, monitoring your lead costs, monitoring your profitability, and making adjustments along the way. Now, I know that this has been a really technical conversation. The point was, I wanted to make sure that I'm bringing you value and giving you information that you can actually use. So I hope I wasn't speaking gibberish, but if I was, we have a community dedicated to helping you as a musician understand online marketing. It's called the Master Music Marketing Community. When you join, you get access to a Facebook group, a private one, of course, where every month we meet to discuss your music strategies. And not only do we have those monthly meetings, but Whenever you ask a question, I will always address it either in the comments or in a video response. And in addition to all that, you get access to our online course. It's called The Next Steps: How to Market Your Music the Right Way. So we go over all the things that you need to be doing from the beginning: registering your music correctly, making sure you're getting all of the royalties that are due to you, making sure you have a website that's set up for success, that actually gets you leads, gets you email subscribers, and gets you customers while you sleep or just focus on other things. And then we talk about online marketing. We have a course dedicated to Facebook ads. Inside that, you get that for no additional cost. And all of that is less than the cost of a decent microphone. So if you're interested in that type of community, hit the subscribe button or go to mastermusicmarketing.com. But anyway, I hope you liked this video. I hope it was helpful for you. If so, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what questions you have, what you want me to address in a future video, and then subscribe so you can make sure that you see it whenever I do post it. I hope this was helpful, but I'll see you in another video very soon. Until then, be safe, be well, keep dreaming, and work hard to make sure you make those music business dreams your reality. Peace.